Hello, everyone. My name is Shamira, aka Mimi. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Before we get into anything, let's get grounded with our four elements, and that is earth, air, water, and fire. So today's fire is my Palo Santo, okay? So we're gonna light it. And of course, usually whenever you are lighting anything, that causes a significant amount of smoke, please make sure you are ventilating your rooms, crack a few windows, open some doors, okay? All right. So I kind of cracked my window. It's like slightly cracked because it is, a little, it's really cold outside, okay? I have low iron, so as you can see, my heat is on and everything, but I have my pajamas on today, my onesie. And Lonnie has matching onesies. So Palo Santo is really great for clearing out sinuses, okay? And not only that, it removes any energy, okay, negative completely out, okay? Or sage usually moves it, right? But this completely dissipates it, okay? It gets rid of it, not, without having to move it, it can just completely get rid of it, okay? And it also amplifies any positive energy, okay, around your aura or your space, okay? Of course, I cleanse my aura in my workspace. Yes, it clears up those sinuses. Okay, that is my fire. Okay, I'm gonna set it right here, my shelf. And for my air, of course, you guys, I don't know where my feather is. I don't know, it's somewhere. All right. But I have my feather, but like I said, my window is cracked, so that's part of my air element, all right? And for my water elements, of course, I have my positive yogi tea called positive energy. So that's the type of energy I'm in today. All right. And for my earth elements, I pulled from my crystal deck. And it's, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it is Dumortierite. 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 Okay, I'm going to show you. All right. Okay. You guys see it? And that is 21. Numerology 2 plus 3. But 2 plus 1 is 3, okay? Threes are all about collaboration, celebrations, community, okay? Coming together. Yes. And when I look at this card, it's the color of purplish blue, almost like it's an indigo, okay? The indigo color is associated with the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra, when I think about that, is associated with the water sign Pisces, okay? Pisces is all about that intuition and, everything third eye related intuition, imagination, spirituality, okay? The dream world. So, yeah. Some of you guys need to get in touch with your intuition, okay? I'm going to read it. The Mortarite. Organization, orderliness, clutter clearing, as a tongue twister, and list making, okay? So, it's all about balancing things out, in your life, no matter what area of life it is. It can be relationships. I know that a lot of people will say when they find their life, in chaos, most of the time their environment is in chaos. So it is therapeutic to, clean your area, to clear your mind, okay? Yes, clear your mind of all the clutter and get back in touch with your intuition, all right? So, you guys, yesterday I wasn't able to upload. I had to take Lonnie to the doctors. I had to make sure he was right. Of course, my baby's health is always number one, okay? There was a spike in the virus, but thank goodness, okay? present the virus, right? But I definitely always make sure he's okay for anything else. And if I miss something, I always make it up, okay? I always make it up the day after. So yeah, I haven't forgot about you guys. Now I would like to get in touch with the topic, okay? Because this is one of those topics that a lot of people don't like talking about, you know? And that topic in particular is the process of breaking up, okay? Oh my goodness, break up, you know? So it all starts like this, you're in a relationship, I know, let's not do that. Okay, you meet each other, you make a connection with a person, right? You guys lock eyes, you feel a spark, you exchange numbers, you start talking, you start dating, you guys meet each other family, and you're in this crazy honeymoon phase. You start talking about the future. Oh, you love everything about that person, and then I don't know, one day you just wake up and it's not the same, you know? You start noticing their flaws. You start noticing every little thing. Like, it irks your soul. You're at each other's throats, arguing and fussing and bickering, and things just get messy. You start questioning to yourself, do I really like this person? Do I really love this person? Is this person for me? Do I really want them? Just a moment, you guys. What's funny? Let's get really into it. Just a second. Yeah, you guys. Children. For some reason, you're in a relationship, things start to go downhill. You start to question things. You start to question if you really want that person, if they really want you, if it's really going to work. You start thinking futures. I mean, sometimes you get into relationships when you have children and the other person don't. There's a lot of reasons why people break up. Unfortunately, some people go through abuse, psychological, physical, mental, emotional abuse. So they have to leave, they have to get out because one person decides, hey, I'm insecure, okay? And I need control all the time. So I can't control things in my life. So now I have to control another person. So then they start their abuse, okay? Even financial abuse, all right? Because that is real. And that causes a lot of stress and that can put a lot of strain on a person, how they view their stability, okay? Then you have the relationships where they just end because you guys, figure out you love each other, but you don't really like each other. You like each other, you just don't love each other. You're not in love. You guys don't want the same interests. Your interests change. Or your values and morals just don't click. You're great friends, good people, but together you bring out the worst in each other. And I do believe that relationships teach us a lot about ourselves and parts of ourselves we refuse to address. The parts of ourselves that we push down because we had to conform to society growing up. That little inner child who is broken into pieces. Relationships teach us about that person, all right? The person we have to face, the person that needs healing and growing. And so, yeah, it is definitely a process, okay? Some relationships end because another person can't tackle their inner child and they I don't know, fall into this cycle of greed. They want more. So they put things ahead of the person. They chase superficial things. And then you have other people who are greedy for more, to overindulge in their senses, in the sensual and sexual side of life. So they run out and they cheat. Okay? And that is so hurtful because while they're indulging in their physical, they're mentally and emotionally tearing another person down, whether it's intentional or not. And that is a whole other, video of what people believe is cheating. Okay. So, yeah, relationships end for many different reasons. No matter what your reason for the relationship ending, just know that it's going to hurt for a while. Okay. Relationships are required for you to invest. Invest first emotionally, okay? Emotionally and mentally. Invest in another person, another way of being, another way of life, another reality. When your realities collide, that's a big investment. So when you are forced to tear apart because the best thing for you guys to do is just, break up, it hurts on a deep level. Some people go about it through text, through a call, face to face. I don't know, just ghosting. Some people have their reasons, while other people sometimes can't face that they just put themselves in situations that they know they didn't want. So instead of them facing that, facing those their fears of being viewed, just a moment, you guys. Sirens. Mm, that is an omen. Sometimes people need rescuing, right? The sirens goes off in your head and in your heart, and you think to yourself, what did I get myself into? It's more sirens. Okay, we're gonna dig for it later. Can we dig for it later? I'm gonna get it later, okay? There are sirens, you guys, distractions that causes you to open your eyes, to wake up to what is not working for you anymore. And that is what relationships and breakups are all about. Realizing what is best for you and other people and deciding to do the right thing, no matter how much it hurts. Like I said, some people don't want to face it. They got themselves into a situation they don't really want to be in. So they ghost because they don't want to face that side of themselves. That, hey, I made a mistake. I chose someone I really didn't want, but part of me felt like I did. That inner child was looking for something. I didn't find it. So I'm going to hop off from that person. I'm not going to face them and tell them, I don't want you anymore. So I'm just going to go. Though sometimes the ghosting, like I said, if you're being abused in any way, is justified. Sometimes it's not. It's the coward's way out. Breakups are hard, you guys. Really, really hard. Like gut wrenching, heartbreaking type of hard. I don't know what's going on outside, you guys. But those sirens are just going. So maybe this is an omen for someone. If you're in a relationship that you feel in your gut and your heart that you know is just not for you, definitely get yourself out of it. Okay? That isn't the end of all relationships in your life. I know your heart, your soul, your emotions, and your mind is all invested in it, but is it really worth, your happiness? Is it worth your peace of mind? Of course, everyone needs their own time and People have different timing when it comes to healing, and going through that breakup process. But make sure you are really healing the root issue. I've known some people who tell me, like, well, I've gotten over someone in 2 months. I just move on to the next one. It's not that easy. You might have moved on to another person, but that deep root issue, all right, it's still there. It's still there, and it's going to creep back up when you're with a new person. A new person, just imagine being with a new person, okay? And every time something happens that reminds you of the old person, you get triggered, right? You get triggered. You start bringing up that old person and issues. Thoughts will arise. Well, my last person used to do this, so you're gonna do it too. You start projecting, your fears, the issues that you haven't dealt with onto the new person. The new person doesn't want to hear about that old person because they're not them. You can't treat someone and make someone pay for what the other person did. At that moment, when you catch yourself doing that, you know you need to heal. Okay? And there's something within you that haven't or hasn't been addressed. You need to address it, okay? It sounds like the right thing to do when you call your homeboys and your homegirls up and they're like, yeah, F that person, you're too good for them anyway. On to the next one. Let's go out, let's hang out. Sometimes that's not the best. It's okay to soothe the ego, when your ego is bruised, when your ego is hurt during the breakup. But to really heal your soul, your heart, the thing that's really hurting, you need to take time to yourself, okay? Be real with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know the you before you got into that relationship. Get to know the you that you were so eager to show another person. Sometimes that means looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself you are amazing and you're beautiful. And, start to reminisce about you. Start to show gratitude for those lips that kissed another. The best kiss you ever had came from your lips. All right? The best massage you ever had. You know? The best feeling you ever had came from your touch. You know? Those eyes. Those eyes you used to stare into another's soul. It came from you. Appreciate yourself. All right? Those sweet thoughts, right, that you showed to another person came from you. Everything that you admired about someone else and everything that someone else admired about you within a relationship is still within you. But you've lost a part of that in that relationship. Remember it, okay? Remember who you are, okay? A relationship was just a moment of your life, not your whole life, okay? So, yes, you guys really take that time after a breakup and during a breakup to get back to who you really are. All right? No other person and no amount of going out, sex, drugs, money is going to fix that. And it's a process, which means it's going to take time. All right? It might sound nice, like, oh, well, in order to get over this, I have to do that. I have to go start dating and doing it. It doesn't, people, well, different things work for different people. As humans, okay, when we're hurt, healing takes time, okay? So I don't care what you are telling yourself. You're lying to yourself when you tell yourself, oh, I can get over this in a week or a month or 2 months. And no, it's going to take longer than that. Be honest with yourself. When you're feeling upset, when you're feeling jealous, when you're feeling angry, you know, really feel those emotions. It's not going to take 2 weeks to get over anger or disappointment. Sadness is not going to take 2 weeks to get over. Not fully. It might be easy on a surface level, but deep down inside, you haven't really gotten over it. Honor your emotions. Go through them, all right? Feel them. Don't do what you feel like you think is right. Do what you feel at that moment, okay? Be angry, but don't act on it, okay? Sometimes healing requires inaction, okay? Not for you to go actually physically do something. It just requires you to sit with yourself, sit with your emotions, okay? Feel what you're feeling. Scream. Hit a pillow, not a person. Yell. Cry. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm angry because of this. Be honest with yourself. I'm jealous because of this. I'm sad because of this. I'm happy because of this. Don't do what other people are telling you you should do over something or someone. Okay? Do what you feel in your heart is right. Yes. You can always tell when you're over someone when you can talk about your past experience and you view that person you used to be with as a person, you view them as a reflection, okay, of a mirror of you. You look at them as a whole, as you as yourself. You don't make excuses, you don't do the blame game, or it's mainly his fault and mainly her fault. Although there are some instances where when you look back on a situation, you have more negative experiences and encounters with a certain relationship than good ones. So you can see your ability to see the goodness that came from that, the lesson that came from that. That's when you know you've healed certain parts of yourself. That's when you know you've healed an issue or you're healing an issue. Okay? And you can look back on something and say, I saw that person for who they were. I saw their good. I saw the reason why I stayed, the reason why I fell in love with them. Okay? I also see the reason why we clashed, why there was so much conflict. I see them as a person, not either good, not bad, just a person like me with two different people. We came together for a particular reason, for a particular lesson. We learned it. And at some point, we clashed because it was time for us to part ways. Okay? Remember the good times, remember the bad times. Some people have a tendency to think about relationships are either all bad, refuse to acknowledge the good, or all good, refuse to acknowledge the red flags. Once you can talk about your past experiences with another person and not feel any deep, heartfelt malice, and negativity when it comes to that person, when you hear their name, when their name doesn't trigger you, when their certain things, doesn't trigger you, even the bad red flags that you saw within them doesn't trigger you, that's when you know you have truly healed from something. That's how you know you have truly healed from a relationship, guys. Really shift your perspective and start viewing relationships as contracts, as lessons, not something to hurt you or destroy you. Even though sometimes at those moments when you're going through it, it feels like you're being destroyed. That is because you are learning a lesson that the ego won't allow you to learn. Okay? So, you guys, if you can take anything from this video, know that everything in life happens for your growth. okay? Even the messy breakups. So if you're going through a breakup right now and you're finding it really, really hard to deal with, just know you're not going to stay in this position forever, okay? So eat that last piece of cake, okay? It's not going to kill you. Just that one last piece of cake. Just make a promise to yourself that you're not going to stay stuck in this moment, all right? Tell yourself every day it's going to get better. But right now, I'm just going to indulge. I'm just going to enjoy this. You find yourself angry, take a shower. Go cry in the shower, okay? Let that water wash away your tears, your pain. Release, okay? Play some music, blast it up really loud. Clean, okay? Go to an art class, go dancing. Get it out. Get that aggression out. But tell yourself and allow yourself and give yourself permission to feel those things without guilt. But please do not inflict any type of pain onto anyone else, okay? So no slashing tires, you know, beating somebody's face in, no stopping past someone's house, egging their house, and egging their car, busting the windows out their car, none of that, okay? Because we don't want you in jail with a broken heart, because that does not mix well, okay? So yes, get back to your inner child, get back to yourself, get back to the you that was so eager to show the world when you were in love. All right? You are definitely on the right path. It hurts, but in the long run, you will definitely benefit. All right? It's not the only person that you can have. There are so many people on this earth that are meant to touch you in some way, really affect you in some way. Some are, so-called negative experiences, and some are great. Okay? And you're lucky, you will be lucky to experience both. So yeah, you guys, no matter what happens during your breakup process, no matter what happens in any relationship in your life, never become bitter and salty and close your heart off to everyone. Okay? Because everyone isn't going to hurt you. And every relationship isn't going to turn out that way. All right? So keep that heart open. And if you need some time, take that time. Don't rush into something else to put a band-aid on it. Put a band-aid on whatever issue you are having. Fix your problem. Fix it. Okay? Take your time fixing it. There's no rush, there's no race. All right? So yes, you guys. You're not alone. All right? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So no self-harm, no self-down talk, okay? Whatever mistakes you made them, right? You can't go back in time and change them, okay? You're only one person. You're human. You're doing the best that you can do. So take this time to really focus on you because you are loved and you are worth it. So you guys, I'm going to leave it here because I'm reaching my 30-minute mark. And I do want you to really think about, okay, what makes you happy and go for it. So if you like this video, like it. If you find something useful or helpful, share it. If you like to, comment, you guys, because your comments are welcome, okay? I love feedback. And you guys, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe so you can get more videos, more videos more advice, more solutions to your problems. And you guys, until next time, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah.